All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim here pushing his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of their ability. Give it to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be upon the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Lord willing, fall upon your houses. Shalom to the elect. I starting with the 144,000, which is the governing body, right, of the kingdom to come, as well as the rest of the elect, right, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto you. But this is ultimately an article I had seen yesterday. Actually, it was 2 days ago, and I couldn't find it, until earlier today. So Lord will, we'll ultimately get into it. Lord will, it's edifying. Lord will, straight to the point. Right? It says China and Saudi Arabia signed a $7 billion currency swap agreement, adding to de-dollarization push. Right, and past few years, right, there's been these BRICS nations, right, which BRICS ultimately stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, as well as South Africa, and most recently there's been, some additions to that group, Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, and a plethora of others, right? So ultimately that group, right, is getting bigger, right? It's getting stronger, right? And there's been talks of, maybe coming up with their own currency, of that sort, right? Which that hasn't happened yet, but nonetheless, their whole main goal is to dethrone America, right? To remove America out of that power seat, and to establish some kind of, mutual power either between, Russia and China, or just individual, right? Russia being on top or China being on top. This is ultimately their plan, which we understand, that plan is, not going to work out, right? Yahweh Hashem Shah has a different plan, and his own new world order to establish. But nonetheless, this is what's going on. This is currently what's taking place, throughout the world, And we'll skip those little bulletins. It says China and Saudi Arabia reached a currency swap agreement worth around $7 billion, making another step in the de-dollarization trend as countries around the world shift away from the greenback, right? Which we know, again, America, right, is the, the epicenter for, right, the dollar, right? It's the dollar, right, is America's currency. And these nations are moving away from that, right? Again, moving away from America. It says the 3-year deal allows for a maximum of 50 billion yuan or 26 billion rials, right? It says while relatively small, the deal could loom larger symbolically as Saudi Arabia is the world's top oil exporter and most global oil trades are conducted in dollars, right? So again, that's gonna stop. That's going to stop, man, which is ultimately going to extremely crash the value of the dollar, man, and you're going to see hyperinflation, in America, like never before, right? If this continues, right, which it will, Lord will it does, right? It will aid in the destruction of America, right? It says, and although Russia is China's top oil supplier, China imported $65 billion worth of Saudi crude oil in 2022, according to Chinese customs data cited by Reuters, that added up to roughly 83% of the country's total exports to China. Right? That's a lot of money, man. It says more broadly, though, China has been on a campaign to boost the internationalization of the yuan in an attempt to dethrone the dollar. So there you go. Right? The dethrone of the dollar, which is really what? The dethroning of America, man, And that's really the point I want to get on this article. Again, it's not very long, right? This last little bit, you can ultimately pause the screen and and ultimately just read it the last little bit, for yourself. But I do want to get some precepts, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been, which we know Babylon, right, today would be America, right? Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunk of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And again, America at one point, right, has been, and to a certain degree, America still is, on top, right? America's economy, isn't at, it isn't completely just dead, right? The dollar hasn't been completely given up, right? Again, the dollar is still, a main currency, right, within the world, But as we see these articles and as we continue on, right, that America's power and influence over the nations, right, is continuing to decrease, And again, at one point, these nations were in bed with America, and this is why, they have to dethrone the dollar, get rid of the dollar, because for so long they've been using the dollar, right, and been at the I guess the mercy of America and its money, But now, right, all that's starting to change. Verse 8 says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Right? And there's nothing that you can do, right, to bring America back, right? There's no make America great again. There is no build back better, right? No matter how many presidents come in with a new slogan and try to, build things back, it's not going to work, man. America is done for. Right? America will not come back to the state it was 2012, 2014, even before that, before the crash in 2008, it's not going to come back to any of those moments, man, right? It's going to continue to drop. It's going to continue to crumble, right, from the inside out, right? Just as we had seen, the ancient Roman Empire, right, basically crumbling from the inside out. And guess what, right? We're seeing the reincarnation of the Roman Empire crumbling from the inside out, which is America, right? Verse 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, right? And there was an article, which, I don't have the article up. I remember I didn't save it, so Salakia for that. But there was an article, right, the brothers were passing around that literally, you had literally people, saying, you know what, America ain't it, man, and they're literally leaving, America, right, and going back to their own country. So this is being fulfilled, right now, right before our eyes. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. That's right, man. So really, again, America's economy, right? The American people, right? They're in such a stressful position, right? You got multiple, right? The past year and some change, right? It's really been pointing out, personally, I've been, seeing a lot of videos, right? A lot of people are tired of what's going on, man. A lot of people are just feeling frustrated. They can't pay for things, right? There was a dude at my job. He's a different trade than me, but nonetheless, he's on my job site, and dude's living in his car, man, and that's just how it is as of right now, man, right? You got people that are feeling that pressure, right? People aren't able to keep up with these bills, right? Because really, food prices are going up, interest rates are going up, right? So price, your car payment, your rent, right? All these different things are going up, right? And they're skyrocketing. It's not by, maybe 0.5%, here and there. No, we're talking about 3, 4, 5%. I think inflation right now across the board is at 18%. Right? Soon it's going to be 50, 60%. It's only the squeeze is only going to continue to get tighter, man. So people are feeling that, man. But yet they still have that mentality of, and a hope that America's going to come back. Right, that America is going to, I guess, stand the test of time, when that's not so, man. You putting your hopes and dreams, right, in this place is ultimately, goddamn devils, man, can't get control of your kids, man. But nonetheless, right, right, people still have that hope in America, man. When in reality, hey, they're gonna be ashamed, as the scriptures say, Let's grab that. Isaiah, I think, what is it, verse 30? Yeah, we'll start at verse 1, actually. Yeah, that's good too. All right, we'll start at Isaiah 30 and 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Right, that American, patriotic type spirit, man. Going to their presidents and so on and so forth, right, for protection, right, rather than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Verse 2, it says, "That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt." Right? They trust in America. Right? They trust that America, right, their president, right, is going to do, which you got a lot of people that are talking shit about, Sleepy Joe and, Trump and stuff like that. But nonetheless, right, these people still rely on their president, man. Right? They still rely on their president to pass certain executive orders and hope that their president is going to do just that. Right? When in reality, they're not going to. Sleepy Joe can barely even walk, man. He's over here shaking ghost hands and shit, man. Which just shows you, right? That just shows you how done America is, man. Verse 3, it says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." So there you go, man. It's like you. And having a lot of, like mucus. I guess here in Arizona, there's a case of, it's like you. There's a lot of, rising cases of tuberculosis and shit like that here in America. So ultimately trying to fight that, man. But nonetheless, you trusting in America, you trusting in this system, right? It's going to leave you in a position of being, ashamed and confused, right? Because you really thought, right, at one point that it was going to, come back, but it's not going to, man. America is done for, man. You continue to trust in this place, man, you're going to be done with it, And let's go to right here. This is Isaiah 31 and verse 3. It says, "Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together." That's right, man. So right along with America, right? You people that hope and trust in this place, you gonna go down with it, man. And again, America is going down. Right? America is circling the drain. America's foundations. You know what I mean? Their infrastructure is done, right? They're just at this point they're just doing random, pointless fucking, road work or whatever it may be, right? Just to, I guess continue on that facade of that America is good, but it's not. They're just blowing money, right? Blowing money, which is going to lead to the complete and utter destruction, right, of the dollar, man, which is going to be the complete utter destruction, right, of the American economy, right? So you people keep trusting in this place, man. You going to go right down with it, man. That's all I got through the spirit, man. Lord will. It was edifying, Lord will. Straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash, to belong to the elder apostles, the elder bishops. Great millstone. Until next time, I say shalom.